Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mangs, and I welcome you to the first part of this triple threat edition of Super Famicom Wars, yes! So, I decided, after I was done with my Fire Emblem 4 Let's Play, as well as my Advance Wars 2 Let's Play, that I wanted to do a little bit of more Famicom Wars, because you guys have requested it. So I thought, what could I do? What could I do? How could I challenge myself more than I already have? And I decided I want to take on all three of the Elite CEOs at once. So we have Nell here, Mr. Yamamoto, and Billy Gates. And that's not all. They're all going to be teaming towards me. So they're all on the same team. You see? They're allies. And I'm going to fight against all of them. And according to this game, Hitler is the absolute worst CEO you could ever have. He's the only CEO in the game with 1 star. That is, of course, based on the AI's intelligence. As you can see, Yamamoto is the top challenge of this game, whereas Billy Gates and Nell have 4 stars each. The other CEOs have around 2 to 3. So Hitler is the worst CEO in the game. Only when you play against him. He's pretty standard when you play with him. So, this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be turning on these 3. I don't remember what they do, I just remember that I do it every time. And I've already decided on a map. I'd like to play on an island map, since I love boats. So I'm going to play on this one. So here we are! The fight will basically be about this island, but you can actually send some forces over to the other islands as well, and try to sneak away a couple of buildings. I might do that, I might not. So Nell is going to start over here. And Billy Gates is going to be on this island here, and Mr. Yamamoto is over here. And the fight will be for this island in the middle. So that's going to be a very challenging fight. We'll see if I can do it. I'm probably going to lose, but hey, that's the whole fun of it. So I'm going to start off by building 2 transport copters. Actually, no, I'm not going to build 2 transport copters. Don't be silly. I'm going to build 1 transport copter. And I'm gonna build infantry, because I need to get over to the island quickly, but I also need to capture my own buildings quickly, so I start accumulating income. This right here is going to be the main target. This lab gives me a prototank. You've all seen how important it is to get prototanks. You can only get 1 of them, and if I lose it, it's gone for good. But it is in return the best tank in the game, so... So the AI takes its first turn there. One thing I have in my advantage is that I have the tempo, since I'm the first player. I will be able to get to the lab before the others. And I'm not sure if the AI even rushes for labs, it might not. Okay, so if I move my transport copter over here, as you might remember, you cannot load an infantry into a transport copter and then move the transport copter after. But you can move the transport copter first and then load it into an infantry, so... that is a way to exploit those faulty mechanics. Alright, so these 2 infantry will go and capture these three cities on each side, and I think I might actually... I'm going to build 2 more transport copters, because if there's one thing I need is to get infantry over to the other side quickly. That's gonna cost me all my money, actually. So I'm going to speed up this, since nothing important really happens. There we go, just to speed it up a little bit. You don't need to watch a Fog of War with unit sounds. Although, if you listen closely, you can kind of hear what units are being moved, but that's not really important yet. Alright, so we're gonna start capturing these cities over here. I don't think I want to send more than 2 infantries up here. It's not gonna speed up the process by that much, because they have to move up here as well. And then... where are I gonna start sending? I'm actually wondering if I should unload the infantry. I think I might do that, actually. I'll unload it. Oh wait, I can't. Ah, I can actually, if I move it down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2... yeah, I'll just... because you may remember, transport copters can't load or unload if they find themselves above a shoal or above a forest, because they can't land there. So that's the logic behind that. There we go. And I think I'm gonna build a battlecopter. They are really good at the early stages of the game. Let's check my income. Actually, can I check my income? I don't think I can. Where do you check your income? Ah, here, I think I can see my income here. 11,000, 11,000, 21,000, because he's fucking Billy Gates. So, if I save my money, I'm not going to be able to afford 2 battlecopters, so I might as well build 3 more infantry. I could also have built a mech, but nah. Okay. So air units are pretty much going to be the key to winning here. I would like to buy a battleship eventually, but I can't afford it yet. Battleship would be great, seeing as that they can fire on both air and naval units. They're really good for control. I'm just gonna speed this up a little bit, at least a few turns. Oh, something is actually happening now. Okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop speeding up now, because now comes the time where I actually want to see what happens. Okay, so he's already decided to take this island. That is actually a problem. He's really quick on that, but he's Bill Gates after all. It's kind of what he do. Alright, well, how much movement does these guys have? They move 6, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, if I'm a little bit cautious in how I deploy these guys, I should be able to get them up there next turn. Able to fetch more infantry. There we go. We gotta prevent him from taking that harbor. That's essential. Really important. Let's see, let's build another battlecopter. This one's ready now, so we can send that guy over here. And again, we're exploiting the mechanics by making sure we move the battlecopters first, and sorry, the transport copters, and then load the infantry in. It's very important that we do so. Let's see if we do this. And I think I want to build 2 more infantry. Yeah, we need a lot of infantry. And I can check up on their income regularly, actually, to see how well they're capturing. So if we go down, I think it was down here. Yeah, we can see that I'm a little bit ahead. Except if you don't count Bill Gates' natural 10,000 income, though. I wonder if I can actually see how much cash they have. If I go here. I don't seem to be able to see a whole lot. How about here? Oh, that's the destroy unit command. That's the surrender command. That's something I don't know what it is. And that's end turn. Alright, we'll see what happens now. I don't think a whole lot is going to happen with Nell, so I'm just going to speed it up. But I'm quite interested to see what Billy Gates does now. Okay, he's still going to start to capture the harbor, but I have a battlecopter inbound, so I don't think I'm going to let him do that. I really need to use my infantry to capture, and especially the lab. I need to go for the lab ASAP. He already has. I think that was a transport copter. I'm pretty sure. If you listen closely, you can hear the difference. That's a lander. Of course, he can afford landers already. I actually think Bill Gates is a bigger threat than Mr. Yamamoto, just because he gets so many units. But what's sick about Mr. Yamamoto is that his unit starts at level 3. I mean, they have 2 promotions under their belt once they're built. Not 1, as I initially thought. They're actually level 2. And units start out at level 0. So these guys has no levels. But Mr. Yamamoto's units start off at level 2, so they have a 40% increase in attack power, which is insane. No wonder Sensei was an unbeatable Seiyo back in the days. Alright, so now we have this guy. Okay, so the big question is, do we want to use this battlecopter to attack this infantry? I think we do. Because I really want to take this airport. I can't waste my infantry fighting other infantry. Oh, you gotta be joking me. It's fine though. I'll get vision back. I just need to do this. There we go. I feel confident moving around here. There we go. No harbor for you. Then we can capture this base and start capturing the lab. The proto-tank should really give us a lot of ground control. There we go. And we can move these transport copters up again. And next turn, we can have them load 2 new infantry. So if we keep this up, we can actually load 3 infantry over on the island every turn. That's really good for us. And I think we need a lot more battlecopters still, but at some point we really need to save up for a lander. So let's see, we'll build 4 more infantry. I think that's all we can do for now. Yep, Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think Nell is already on the island. I'm pretty sure she is. She's moving some tanks. And the key here is to listen. If the music resets, that means she unloads something. She did not unload anything this turn. You gotta use every advantage to, you know, every single advantage you can. Even faulty game mechanics are being used now, because honestly, with this great of a challenge, I really cannot not use any advantage I have. That was a heavy tank. Another heavy tank. Fuck. My god, this makes Colin seem like an absolute wuss. Alright. Mr. Yamamoto. He's taking his sweet time. Old man. He doesn't want to rush. Okay, he didn't spend long. Alright, so at the moment we're only fighting Billy Gates, but that's fine. We now have a proto-tank. Fear me. And the lab also gives 1,000 income, so it's essentially a very good city. Although you can't resupply on the city. That's a little bit of a bummer right there. Alright, we have more battlecopters. I'm actually very tempted to shoot down his transport, but I need to take care of his infantry. Well, it's Billy Gates, you can just build another transport. There we go. So if I do this, I should be able to take down that remaining infantry. And I can start capturing the harbor for myself. Like so. But of course, eventually they're gonna start to transport anti-air over to the island, so I gotta be careful. Ah, what? He actually did 2 hit points of damage to my battlecopter? Nonsense. Alright, gotta start capturing these cities as well. Still haven't seen any sign of the other COs. But I guess they're on their way. I think the only reason why Billy Gates got her so quickly is because he can afford it. Alright, let's put this one up here. This one up here. I love this music. I think that this track is the best one. Although Hetler's real track is actually really silly. Okay, we're gonna keep spamming battlecopters. It's the only thing we can really afford at the moment until we capture these cities here. But I'm working on my income now. I think it should be coming along pretty nicely. Let's see, how is it now compared to the others? I got 18,000 now. Billy Gates 25,000, 15 and 16,000. So it's coming along. And I think I have enough infantry for now. Maybe I can even save up for a lander. That'd be great. A lander would be fucking awesome. She's moving some stuff around. Okay, that's a transport copter. She just fired an infantry over at the island, so now I know that. What is Billy Gates gonna do? Wouldn't surprise me if the guy started building fighters. Da 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 da. Ba da 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 da. That's a lander. It didn't unload anything this turn though, but that was a lander. Ah, he unloaded something. That was an infantry. So I know that they're on the island now. They're probably capping the cities over to the east. I'm gonna take them back eventually. Oh, I have a lot of money right now, and I know exactly what to spend them on. First things first, a lander. And then I am going to build a tank. Hey, I need a tank. And then I'm gonna ferry one of my infantry into the lander, so I don't... Well, it doesn't really matter though, because I'm not gonna be able to move it next turn anyway. Unless I do this. I think that's a better idea, actually. Perfect. Alright, let's drop this infantry over here. I need to check the fuel levels though. 50 fuel. Still a lot to go. But eventually I need to start to build a fuel truck and fuel them up. So I finally have a proto tank though. Let's see if I can put it to some use. Let's start to capture. I don't really like to... I think I'm going to move forward this infantry first to see what I can see. Nothing yet. Well, that's great actually. But I know they're on the island. But I'm just going to start capturing as many buildings as I can. Well, like, there we go. Enemy sighted. I think I'm just going to destroy that infantry with my proto tank. Just going to make sure I don't get trapped. That's very important. Okay, I'm going to move this guy over here. I don't know what's there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move this battlecopter over at the airport. But first, let's capture this thing. I really want to move it down here, but I'm not sure if there's a unit over here, so I'm just going to play it safe. As a standard rule of thumb in Advanced Wars, you always want to go for the contested buildings first, which means that these buildings are much more valuable to take, because they get harder to take as the time goes on, whereas these buildings over here, I'm going to take them over eventually. Anyway, I'm going to move this battlecopter over here to heal it up. And then I'm going to go hunt for transports, actually. I think that's what I really need to do. I really need to hunt for transports to see if I can take them down. I haven't found any yet. I could always try to trick him into trapping himself into one of my transports as well. Okay, so I pretty much have to go over here now. I'm not sure if proto tanks one-shot infantry. They don't, but they leave them pretty low. Their line of sight is not very good. They're as good as infantry. Alright, more battlecopters. And we can start capturing these two buildings. Our income should be pretty good. But I know that taking the island is going to get harder and harder as the 3 COs start blasting their units into it. We're going to be... I mean, we're outnumbered 3-1 here, so this is going to be a very hard fight. And we're outnumbered by better forces. I mean, every single unit on the other team is better than mine. Except for Billy Gates, who just have more of them. So both Nell's and Mr. Yamamoto's units are better than mine. Yamamoto's units are 40% better. Nell is better in the sense that she deals 0 to 3 points of extra hit point damage every time she attacks, which is terrifying on my proto tank, by the way. She can essentially take 3 hit points off that with an infantry. And Billy Gates just have more units in general. He's like Colin, except his units aren't weaker. They're as good as mine. Haha! I trapped it. Awesome. That's perfect. Okay, he unloaded something over there. I'm gonna see if I can find that transport and shoot it down. Cause to my knowledge, I think I can take down a transport ship with 2 battlecopters. Okay, here's Yamamoto finally. Samurai troopers of Yellow Comet rolling in. Dun dun. Dun dun. Alright, my turn again. Day 8. Okay. So I know there's a lander over there. Let's see if I can do anything about it. So first things first, I really want to capture that city. See, I'll deal with this eventually. I could shoot it down this turn, actually. I think I might do that. But first things first, I need vision. First things first, I like to say that. We have to cap all those buildings that we're currently capping. There we go. Good. So let's move this infantry. I really need to start capturing these buildings as well. I can't take them for granted. And we need to capture this as well. And I know that I have 2 buildings over here that I'm in the middle of capturing. After that, my income should be looking very fine. Let's see. see, and over here. Beautiful. So now I have an income of 25,000, almost as much as Billy Gates, almost. That's pretty decent. And what should I do? I need to use this to scout, actually. I really need to use this to scout, because I know there's a lander over here. There it is. That's perfect. I can take it down, I think. I do 65 damage to landers with battlecopters, so that's a lander that's not going to produce any more units or transport any more units, and that's 16,500 cash that Billy Gates will never get back. Perfect, perfect. That's an excellent start. And I got the airports, so I can both resupply them and heal them, as I like. Okay, so then we need to start working on this transport right here. Maybe I can even shoot it down with my infantry, that'd be great. I don't think I can, though. We can try. Oh, 1 hit point left. But that infantry is gonna have 1 hit point. So, because, you know, I'm not sure if you remember how the transporting work in this game, but if you do damage to the transports, you also do damage to the units within. Which is pretty silly, but that's how it works. Alright, more infantry. We're doing pretty well so far, but I know it's gonna get harder. So this is a good start, but it needs to be a good start if I'm to have any chance of winning this. Alright, we have some infantry moving across. Sadly, we can't... we cannot reach it in 1 turn. Now, what should I build? I know it's gonna start sending fighters here eventually, but the problem with the anti-air in this game is the anti-air sucks against fighters. It deals like 25 damage to them. So I'm thinking maybe we should build some missiles. Missiles are pretty darn good, as you can see. I think I'm actually gonna build some missiles. It may seem like a strange decision right now, but if I have some missiles stationed at the right city, I can start shooting down aircraft as they arrive. And that is actually huge. Alright, let's fetch more infantry, but this one has 29 fuel left now, so I need to stop it off the airport to get some more fuel. Alright, I think that's my turn. Pretty satisfied with my turn. I shot down a lander, that's always good. That really takes off the pressure a lot. I don't think you're gonna capture that city anytime soon, bro. Okay, she's moving stuff around her island. I hope she's not gonna attack my island. That'd be really annoying. Okay, she just ferried off something with a lander. I should go over and check. Oh, you want to capture that city, do you? That's cute. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Battlecopters. Battlecopters. This is why I want missiles. That's not good. Oh, you gotta be fucking joking me. A jet fighter? Oh, bloody fucking hell. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay, so I need to build a fighter. Is that it? If I can hide from the line of sight of that jet fighter, I might be able to save my battlecopters. But it's going to be very difficult. I'm not sure how long they can see, actually. I need to check their vision. I love how you can actually use line of sight in this game. And he just got a building. That's horrible. I should have interrupted that capping. And here's another battlecopter. I can't fight those one-on-one. They're too strong. They do 40% increased damage. That's insane. I can actually see how much damage they're gonna do because I figured out something pretty cool. If you check a unit stats, you can actually see, depending on their rank, how much damage they're gonna do. So if you, for example, if you look at my battlecopters versus other battlecopters, you see I'm gonna do 45 points of damage. But this one does 63 points of damage to me. You see? So that's how strong they are. You can calculate that yourself and see how much powerful they are. It does a lot of damage. Same with his infantry. His infantry does 77 damage against me, whereas I only do 55% damage versus him. So that's how strong he is. Anyway, I think that I'll end this part right here. And when we come back, I shall attempt to try and take out this jet fighter. Holy crap.
My father bought me a jet fighter for my birthday.
Rich little spoiled shit kid. And to deal with this newfound threat here, we have to hold this island, or else we have no chance whatsoever. So, yeah, my name is Mangs. I hope you enjoyed this part of this triple threat edition of Super Famicom Wars. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.